Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing fantastic. You're watching The German in New Mexico. Today we're driving the entirety of Forest Road 193. That's the one you would take up to Gooseberry Trailhead, but today I went all the way around. I did the whole loop. So at first we're driving out of Grants into Lobo Canyon and up on Mount Taylor for a little bit. It's an absolutely beautiful drive. The day I picked, it was sunny, blue skies, little wispy clouds in the sky. Temperature was wonderful. It's kind of balmy, maybe in the 70s or so, a little cooler up on the mountain. And since you have seen the drive up the mountain and to the Gooseberry Trailhead in my last video, I will kind of blitz through it this time and only show some key moments from my drive of the day. Also this time I didn't speed up the video at all. I just left it at original speed. So this time it's more like an ASMR driving video with some good music and absolutely gorgeous views of Mount Taylor, the forest, and the surrounding area. I know that this is a very long video, but in the description below you will find plenty of chapters you can click on of some key moments of the video. Also, I thought since this was the first time I drove the entire Forest Road 193, I wanted to put it out there for you guys to enjoy in its original speed with some music and driving noises. And you will notice that there are plenty of stops I take while I'm driving on the road to either look at roads branching off. I have some maps in there we will look at together. There are some cool viewpoints I came across, some animal encounters. So it's well worth your time. It is very beautiful. It was a very beautiful drive. I'm very happy I left it this way, because speeding it up is nice if you're just going somewhere and then focus on something else. But this time it's really about the drive. So feel free to jump ahead, use the chapters below, or use the YouTube controls to jump forward a little bit. And if you want to enjoy the whole drive in its entirety, you're very welcome to. After you leave the pavement, there's this little staging area almost, with a large parking lot, or at least a large area to air down, check your brakes, check your trailers. This time I aired down my tires to around 20 psi. Just to save my suspension a little bit and have a bit of a smoother ride. So yeah, I stopped, took a quick look around. There's Mount Taylor again. There's Forest Road 193. And the other road over here is sort of the main road going all the way around Mount Taylor and to San Mateo. Driving up 193 is very beautiful. You're on this really nice gravel road. It's a little bumpy in some bits, but overall it's very well maintained. It's very well maintained up until Gooseberry Trailhead, and then it becomes a little bit more rough, but you will see that in just a second. On this day when I went, there were so many cows all over the place. There were a lot of cows on the side of the road, a lot of cows in their pastures, a lot of cows in little corrals on the side of the road. And some of those cows were really close to the road. Some were on the road and just kind of moved away when I drove up to them. And then yeah, we're passing by Gooseberry Trailhead. I didn't stop there this time. I stopped a little after to look at some of the roads going off from there. Here you can see the road I walked down last time when I came down from my Gooseberry Trail hike. It's the 501 and it's pretty rocky. It looks pretty rough just kind of looking up into it. When I walked down it last time, I talked about the road condition a little bit more and that both of my vehicles could probably do it, but today I'm not risking it. Today I'm just going down Forest Road 193, which is this direction. And at first it looks a little ruddy, so I'm hoping that those ruts are just a short bit of the road and then it will clear up a little more. Hello cows. After I made sure that the road ahead was dry and passable, I kept on driving, and after you drive through the forest for a while, you kind of come out of the trees and then you're up on Horace Mesa. And that's where it gets really, really pretty, because then all of a sudden you can see a lot further. You see little hills and mountains in the distance, and you can just kind of see how vast Horace Mesa really is. This was my first stop to look at the map. This time I brought my Avenza Forest Service map of Mount Taylor, and you can see we're by Turkey Springs. We have passed 193A, and at the location where we are, there shouldn't be any road branching off, at least not according to my map. But you can see this little branch is 193JA. Maybe next time I'll go that way and just explore down there a little bit. Next up, I stopped just a little further down the road, and at this point you can look off the mesa, kind of down towards Grants Mesa and into the valley. And you can see there's sort of a pull-out, or almost like a little driveway. If you have a camper, you can just leave it there and sleep in it, I guess. A little fireplace right next to it, and you can already see here the views are amazing. A little closer to the edge, you can see a lot more of the surrounding area. It's super nice. And then before I drove off again, I took a little sweep just to show you a more panoramic view of the surrounding area and the view from that spot. Moving on, there was one more spot where my Avenza map didn't show any turnoffs from the main road, but you can see it's 193I, I think, and it looks to be in fairly good shape. Again, maybe next time I'm up there I'll explore some of the side roads a bit more. Moving on further, I came upon this muddy puddle. It's not very big, it didn't look very treacherous, but I was going to put my truck into the shop, so I didn't want her to be all muddy underneath and on the sides for my guys to work on. You can see this just a little further down 193, and the next big turnoff that's coming up is 193H. So this is the one I really want to go and explore, because that one goes to the edge of Horace Mesa overlooking Grants. So that could be a next cool trip I'll take up there. There is a user-created way around it, which is not great, obviously, because it destroys more of the forest. But in my case, I was pretty happy to just be able to go around it. This now actually is the 193H turnoff. And you can see again, it looks to be in fairly good shape. So if the weather stays dry like this and we get no snow or rain, I may go up there again and record more from up on Horace Mesa, because the area is super cool, very beautiful, really fascinating, and I want to show you guys a lot more of the beauty that's all around us here. And then from there on out, you're essentially working your way down the mesa again. There's this little gap in the cliff where the road just kind of winds itself down. As you can see, it gets a little steep, gets a little ruddy, a little rocky. So this is nice to drive when it's dry, or when it has been dry for quite some time. If there's any mud or any snow, I probably wouldn't want to try this in my Suburban in its current configuration. Took a second here to make sure those folks were okay, and then I kept going. These guys in the white truck, I had to ask which way was out from 193 back to the main road, because this was my first time here, and at that point I just wanted to go home, I had been out for several hours. Back in the development by the fire station, and then you're back on a paved road, and then you can see me just turn back onto the main Lobo Canyon road and cruising back into Grants. You can see the sun's shining. It's very lovely. Picked a good day for this. It was very fun. I had a good time doing this. Zippy did very well. Proud of her. I really have to get new tires though. My little skinny pizza cutters are okay for now, but anything rougher than what I did today, that might not be a good idea. Thank you guys so very much for watching. This was a very long video. I appreciate you sticking around. Please leave me your comments, suggestions. Please like and subscribe. Share this with all your contacts. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next one.